Brothers, we are busting out the South Carolina Gamecocks for you. Technically a tier 3 team in this game, but honestly, one of the most fun teams to utilize. Now, I'm going to be showing a little mini scheme that I like out of South Carolina's playbook as well. And we're going to be talking a little bit about what I'm doing on defense. I will say one of my favorite things about college football 26 is kind of just with the way that the meta has kind of shaped up. You really can run almost any team in this game and have a little bit of a significant level of success. Now, the biggest thing with this South Carolina team is they really have two players that everything's centered around. Number one, this Nick Harbor. This dude is crazy, crazy good. Their offense is good. They have good receivers, right? They have a 99 speed takeoff receiver. Their tight end is kind of but they also have the best quarterback, or at least one of the best quarterbacks in the game, in Lenore Sellers. Now, why this team is so much fun to run is they also have a lot of really good, quarterback runs within their offense. One of the ones is this quarterback crack sweep out of the empty bunch formation. This is probably my favorite run with a quarterback, at least with South Carolina. So I actually audibled too late in the play, but you can just run this. There's obviously a lot of ways to pass out of this as well, but you're going to see this little kind of power run to the left side. And a lot of times you can actually get out of there. I wasn't able to get out of there right there, but is what it is. We'll just go ahead and get into the passing. I don't really want to run the ball anyway. But there's a lot of easy plays that you have. For example, like this play vertical is literally just drag this slot receiver, and you're pretty much good to go. Like you can make all the reads you really need to be able to make, within that as well. The other thing, like I was starting to say, is on the defensive side of the ball, there's a lot of things you can do to be able to just make defense more, easier, if you will. So there's just a lot of good stuff this year. I will say for the road to college football playoff mode, as I totally almost threw a pick there. Getting used to the reads here in this, but for the road to college football playoff mode, there's just a lot of ways to play the game, which I do really like. I like the fact that just the way that the schemes have kind of played out this year, there's a lot of really good schemes on offense and defensively. There's actually a lot of really good options on defense as well. In terms of like usable defenses, not necessarily that defense itself is in a good spot, but that there are a lot of usable defenses. So you don't have to necessarily, rely on one team or one scheme. You can kind of run a lot of stuff, which I do like that in this game. You also have this little V spot play. Super, super good play. Let's see what packages we got here. Put our gadget player in the slot. Don't think I really need to do all that. But this play Z spot is so good. If you stem these sharp corners are probably the best route in the game. Just stemming these slot corners all the way down just makes him so good. What's nice about Sellers is he has such good abilities. He can run. He can break sacks. Like he's really a good quarterback. And honestly, if you have a good quarterback, if you have a usable kind of primary formation offensively, especially, and if you have a takeoff receiver, like you're pretty much good this year. Like South Carolina's a really good team, and then defensively, they also have a really good player as well. That Stewart, he is a really really good player. So what I like to do defensively right now is I'm really liking just basic, and I talked a little bit about this. This is kind of just becoming like my preferred way to play defense in this game. I do think it's honestly really fun. It's just a basic dime rush, which here we're going to have to kind of actually set it up here. But it's a dime rush defense where we're pretty much centering it around either a cover two or cover four, or cover two on one side, cover four on the other side. But it's basically just a two high safety, type of defense that I'm really liking right now. Actually, I just think it's really really effective. See, okay, we're just gonna run the ball. That's awesome. Glad for you. All right, very good. Okay, so this guy here, Stewart, he is probably the best pass, or probably one of the best pass rushers in the entire game. Like he is really good. And we're just gonna get our dogs in. Like I feel like this defense, like it's not like amazing, but it's good. It's a good defense. And then we're gonna kind of stick around out of this cover four, kind of adapt the coverages. Got to watch out for the run. He's kind of running to run the ball. Good route combo there, I guess. Kind of over adjusted to it. But yeah, this guy Dylan Stewart is, I mean, he's 96 excel. Like he is just crazy good. All right, for this tray open, what I love is this vert hook on the left. So I steal a yellow zone. I'm kind of primarily playing through this guy. Get over there. Just got him to throw me one. But yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about switch stick, man. Switch stick is so important, and one of the things I'm starting to learn is one of the best tactics is really just like running your players into position and then switching off of them and allowing the game to kind of retake him over. Of course, I say that I ran him right into position, can't make a tackle, but that's okay. Let's see here. Get down here in the red zone. The other thing is, like a lot of teams have, you do have double mug as well. Like if you want to run mid blitz, you can run mid blitz. Get on the safety here. I think the best way to run mid blitz is actually through using the slot corner. That's kind of my preferred way of running to the defense because it just gives you the most amount of coverage options. But the thing is with switch, if you're wanting a switch stick based defense, traditionally, at least what I'm starting to see, is you kind of want to be in. If you want to truly like a switch stick based, kind of defensive style, you really want to be in a too high safety, ideally a symmetrical type of look. Cover 2, cover 4 to me makes the most sense. Now, what I like to do here is go dime rush, Tampa 2, Texas 4-man. We're going to set our zones to go back to the sticks here, shade inside, and then we're going to kind of play through these yellow zones. That was pretty good defense. Very good. It's going to bring up a 4th down. The other thing about switch stick that really, again, like just kind of depending on how you're using it, my strategy with switch stick is really to try to basically like try to force you to have to score in this type of field here. Like we just make tackles. Very good. Trying to essentially play like bend but don't break with your switch stick defense, making sure that you're not putting yourself in a position where you can really get like one play touchdown. I think that is so important when we're talking about a switch stick defense. And then because the biggest advantage you have on the defensive side of the ball, in my opinion, is your ability to be able to get stops inside the 10-yard line, because it's really hard to score consistently in the red zone. It's probably your best chance of getting a stop, with the exception of maybe getting an interception. Another big thing in terms of like getting stops in this game is kind of similar to real life. Like if you can get a sack, if you can get like a 2nd and 15, then you can, it allows you to play defense in a much better way in terms of like forcing the check down. And then when you get them to like a 4th and 7, then you can kind of really get them in a spot. But, you kind of want to make sure that you're forcing them to have to. I talked about it before too. Another defensive strategy that I've talked about is this idea of like trying to take away the 3-pointers and trying to take away the layup throws. Like what coverage, what defense is going to be best for forcing them to have to throw the ball into that 2nd level. I really like cover 4 hard flat or cover 2 hard flat, because both of those defenses really kind of force you to have to, throw the ball into those areas. Now, the best 2nd level defense is really a true cover 2 like this, like Tampa, where we're going to force you to throw the ball into the 2nd level of the field. Right there, he's trying to hit that running back. But then obviously if you play it out, right, a true Tampa 2 is going to struggle taking away like the underneath area. And so that's what I would consider like a layup throw. But on these long yardage situations, like 3rd and 15, it makes a lot of sense to run that kind of defense. And so again, it's a little bit of like situational. But I think there's also like a universal principle that like I want to make sure that I am taking away the layup throws and the one play touchdowns. And I will say this year, one of the first years where Tampa 2 has been so good in these kind of like underneath type of situations, or not underneath, but where Tampa 2 has been so good as a like a bomb, like it's pretty bomb proof if you think about it. And then I'll just shade down out of it, get the hard flats, and then force you to throw the ball into the second level. Which, if you can make that, if you could throw that, then okay, and then we'll maybe adjust and get into more of a cover four, where we can start to kind of play through our safeties. But I think a cover two hard flat, this is kind of becoming like my favorite shell. Is just basic cover two hard flat with this guy out here, maybe against a cloud to the field, but hard flatting to the boundary side really becoming a great way to be able to just kind of force us, certain areas. What you're really wanting to do with zone is you're wanting to force them to have to throw the ball into certain areas of the field. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about a soft squat zone yet. That's pretty good, and that's those hooks on 5. You pretty much have to have, in my opinion, you kind of have to have those hooks on 5 this year. But then, like in these long yardage situations, now we're able to play a little bit more. We could pass commit. We can kind of get these guys out a little bit. Main thing I got to watch is this running back. That's a good tight read there. And that's what's kind of heartbreaking about Cloud Flats, though, this year is they don't play stuff like that. I do think zone stimming has a little bit of a place too, but I'm not sure exactly how. Like here, we're gonna stem a cloud down, trying to play like just slight. Yeah, that's like a stem down cloud flat, just one tick, kind of gets it a little bit lower. One of the other things I've been thinking about is like, could I just run this Tampa 2 and then just stemming, based on situation, just stemming the zones. I do think there's place for that. I just don't know for sure, exactly how I could do it. But you see there, and that's a pretty good play by that flat defender. Kind of gets us into this 3rd and 7 where we can either, here we'll just leave these guys backed off. See, got to watch that in route. Good play by that zone defender. Now I got to take the time out here. Got to have been a 4th and 19. Another thing you could do is you could just, not use zone drops and, like I said, just play through the stemming. I do think that's a lot of adjustments. But like here, definitely you could do that because you just want to protect sticks. Like this just makes the most sense. You protect sticks, you're kind of here. You force something like that. We swat that all day. We get the ball in good scoring range. But I do feel like, honestly, man, one of the best ways to play defense this year is to play as simple as possible. And you see us having a decent amount of success with that. Well, now that Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders are off the squad, one of the a little bit less popular than last year, but still one of my favorite teams because of Coach Prime. That is going to be the Colorado Buffaloes. We're going to be taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes in this one and seeing if we can get a W just through our defense. Our offense, Colorado's playbook is not the greatest, but we do have what we need on defense, which is always so important in this year's game. I will say, too, if you guys want to get any of the offensive or defensive schemes you see me run, it's in our school community. Everything's broken down in there, and that link is in the description. I think for Colorado, we kind of want to be in this trips. That's what my gut tells me. The one beautiful thing is we are at home, so we are going to be able to hot route. And I think like just a basic mesh. Got a Caden Slater at QB1. Got my drag wide open early. Got a terrible throw for my quarterback, honestly. But we are able to get them Buffaloes out. You know who I want to be? I don't really... who I want to use is Juju, but Salter is an 88 overall in this game, so I think we're going to have to use him. I didn't realize he was that highly rated on this one. Little double mug look from my opponent, going to those quick, and we got that quick underneath drag. And this is, I'm telling you right now, man, if you want to have a good offense in college football, one of the things you have to commit to is throwing the ball horizontally. It is so dang important. Like just stick concepts like this. This is such a good play this year. I'm looking for this little flat route out to the left side, just a quick flat, nice read. Also, I think one of the other ways that you can run stick this year, probably for the first time in a minute, is having two curls. And the reason why these curls are so good is they actually beat man consistently. And then also you see how that flat kind of pulls that cloud flat out of the way? Kind of pull that defender out a little bit more than we've really ever been able to do. So we're able to hit that. Now he is running a lot of kind of cover two on that left side. Not sure exactly why. This could be, I think my gut tells me to keep my running back in, run the play a little bit more so like this. We'll look at this outside receiver, see if we can get him to go. And we are going to have this guy up the middle. Might be a stop squad adjustment out there on the left side. But anyway, we're able to hit that cover two, pop it for a touchdown. And that's huge for the Buffaloes, getting on top early. And letting that crowd come to life in Folsom Field. I am really excited to see how the Buffaloes do this year. I'm curious if they're any better than they were last year. I would think they're going to be better because they're a better team. But and Coach Prime is now like fully able to be Coach Prime because his sons aren't really you know what I mean? Like he's now fully just coach. He's not just dad and coach, now he's more of a coach. So I'm excited for that to see, you know, how they are. I can't think they're I don't know how good they're gonna be, but I enjoy I don't know. I just kind of enjoy watching them. I was a big Deion Sanders fan in the NFL, so all right. He does have a glitch play here. We do need to be aware of that. Ohio State is probably one of the best playbooks in this game. There's that RPO. I knew that was coming. That's the best play in that formation. Little RPO read flat to Jeremiah Smith. The biggest key, man, when you don't have the better team, is honestly to be good in your scheme, right? Scheme over team all day. Do I have auto flip disabled? Perfect. We're going to go cover 6 here. And all we're going to do is we're going to shade underneath, and then we're going to recloud this guy on the right. Kind of watching, going wide trail there. Another little factor is, again, just trying to predict a little bit of, like, what are they going to do? So I got my cloud. I got my vert hook here. I got my hard flat. Trying to snap. Get through that against the... I must not have my hooks on 5. We got to make sure that... I just feel like you have to have your hooks on 5, man. Like, I just feel like you have to. All right. Against these kind of two, I think this is a pretty got two. Going spread run scheme here. Good tackles from the Buffalo defense. And again, we're really going to be testing our switch stick because I do not feel like I have a lot. I don't know. I just feel like I can easily get got here. So, little screen. It's kind of playing super nicky knack for a player that has a much better team. But this is really going to show, hopefully, like the scheme over team type of deal. 3rd and 7. Again, kind of a weird formation. I'm going to cloud that right side. I might regret that. I'm not going to cloud the left side, though. Go up top. Good read by him. That was a good play. All right, I think I'm going to go back to that cover 4 now. What I'd love is if you could get these curl flats to play underneath. And I just don't know exactly how to get them to play like super, super low. Little stick play, good read. Those quick passes are hard to guard when you're in a cover 4. but cover four is gonna, one of the other things you want to do when you are playing a team that is clearly a superior team talent wise, you want to make sure that you are, not making minimal mistakes, playing good, fundamentally sound defense. That's our kind of goal here. I'm gonna watch the run here. And that cloud, as I said that, we end up getting darted. Cloud flat, did not cloud flat there. So a good drive by my opponent. Probably should have played cover four on that play. And I didn't, and it ended up biting me. But I do have the ball with time to go down and score. Another thing that has to be on top level, right? When you're playing someone like this it's got a much better team than you have, and he has a better playbook than you have. You got to kind of be on top of the clock management. Clock management is huge here. 3 minute quarters. Really don't want to risk a fumble. Also, you typically, if you take a knee like I just did, that means that you're going to be getting the ball in the middle of the field. So it's typically best to run the ball first to just get on a hash mark. So we got this little RPO here potential. I'm gonna try to hit this quick flat, and that does a couple things. Number one, it gets the ball, it gets the clock moving. But then number two, the other thing is, it gets us on a hash mark, which is super important. We do have mesh post here, which I really like because you get a short post. And this short corner, I bet if I motion him in, he's going to stack. This short corner can be really good. Just a quick hitter. You see right there. Not able to catch it, unfortunately. But I do kind of like their spread formation. I think what else they have here. Spread offset. Got an RPO read bubble. I'm going to just take that run to number 56. All right, so here again, just a clock management thing. We are going to take this all the way down. I'm going to look at some other formations in here while we're kind of peeking all this. We do have an RPO read. Their gun trips is good. They have a slot option. They have middle slant, sail, slot corner. They got the RPO read. This is probably the best, I would say, is this trips formation. I wish this stick play was. I like this stick play. I wish there was just a little bit more to it. Gonna try to hit this zig route. Look at that out route first. And he's going to get good pressure there. Able to just pick it up for just a second. Quarterback threw an inaccurate, and he's going to get a pick. Really didn't feel like that was. And that is Ohio State's best ball player on defense, the Robinson, the corner. Honestly, didn't feel like I did a whole lot wrong there. Okay, so the last couple times he's ran, I'm going to double check my zones. I'm going to go cover 6 here. On my user. Oh, I just got. Oh, it's not even a good read. Like, I just didn't get on my user. All right, we go. So I got to kind of watch this. All right, gonna go the hurry up little run play. He's obviously feeling himself after the interception as well. All I'm doing is shading inside underneath and then cloud flatting on this right side. That cloud, the idea is that he would take away the corner. I don't know how that's open. I don't know how that's open. All right, I think we're going to have to go cover 2 hard flat here in this situation. Going to go box strong. It's going to be passive here. Got to watch that run. He should run the ball here. He is going to run the ball. And we're going to get that tackle. Now, we are in a little bit of a clock management situation ourselves. We really need to get this ball back. I'm going to have to curl flat these outside guys. Playing pretty aggressive here with this shell. which means I got to watch for any kind of streaks. But I do think it makes most sense for him to run it again. He's not going to. Um, that's very unfortunate. Oh, he just got out of the pocket there and was able to just do enough. Oh, that's unfortunate. I should have got off of that player. I feel like I played fine defense and I gave up 2 touchdowns. I feel like I played fine offense and I threw an interception when I feel like it should have been a completion, but my quarterback threw the ball poorly. I had inside leverage and the quarterback got an inaccurate. And that's what happens, man. When you have an inferior team, you got to just fight through it. Got to just fight through it sometimes. We got to keep fighting here. We got 1:07. Perfect world. We score 7 and we go out and get a stop. I do believe we're going to be able to stop him, but we will have to see the result on the field. I mean, that was a good little scramble there. I don't know how he. Guess you got to play a little bit more basic on that in terms of your pass rush. The one thing about the Buffaloes is they don't have like a top tier pass rusher. Almost got out of there. Just had one little lapse with my stick. Let's get back out there. I do feel good in this though. I do feel like this is definitely the offense. I think it's going to be middle slant here this first couple plays. He's running a lot of man coverage. Got that drag. That's another inaccurate. And I tell you, when you are the inferior team, you've got to be able to make throws. We might have to get Juju in the game. Because if we're not going to be making throws, we're not going to be successful. Got the drag there. Good. I'm going to go hurry up. And I do think this middle slant play is going to give him some trouble. Just the way he's playing defense. That guy super lurked that. I don't know how. I don't know what coverage that was. Felt like that was cross, man, almost. All right. So we're doing good. We're moving here. I'm going to go all go. Stem this guy up. I think that's all I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to snap it. Got that short cross. Another inaccurate. That is killer. That is such killer, man. When you... I just feel like that is not even. I just don't know why that's an inaccurate. Okay, got 2 streaks. Got a running back flat. He's not going to cover that running back. When you're talking about beating man coverage, you got to use your running back. That is so critical. I think middle slant's our best call just because he can't stop himself from playing man-to-man. Good pass by the quarterback there, able to complete it. And I think I am going to just spam this play since we know he's going to be in man. We got a drag right on that left side. We get a nice blue pass. Can we pick up a block? Able to get up there. We're going to have to take a timeout right there. And I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to do here to get a dot. I think I really want to call this double pass, but I don't want to call it. I think I'm going to go slot corner here. I'm going to block my running back. I'm going to actually set up a play. I don't know why I can't hot route now. We're just going to have to hike it. Good catch. A little short corner route on that right side. Able to beat that coverage. I think it makes the most sense to motion this guy over and let him be a post, have 2 drags underneath, and a little speed out up top here. I would anticipate pressure. Going to scramble out of the pocket. He's going to just take it himself. Touchdown, Buffalo. It was very good. Didn't know if I was going to be able to get in there. Salter on the scramble. He must be born for running quarterback. Got a little quicker than I thought he was going to be. Got out of the pocket. The big drive for the Buffaloes. That was almost perfect. I mean, can't ask for much more than that after throwing an interception on an inaccurate. Fighting through the inaccurates, pushing the ball down the field, getting a he's the best one of the best teams, the last year's national champion. Super, super good. All right, so defensively here, my favorite coverage is really just a basic cover two. I know I've talked about this a lot, but I've yet to see a lot of really good beaters for cover two, specifically using the soft squats on the outside and this deep middle third from the linebacker here, pass committing, and then really just using these vertical hooks as kind of matching onto these vertical routes. And you see there, we've got plenty of help, and we're able to knock that ball away. And now we've got a ball game. Going into halftime, the defense is going to have to play a little better in the second half. But honestly, we played pretty good. Played pretty good first half against, realistically, the defending national champions. If it wasn't for an inaccurate, we probably are winning by 7. But that inaccurate really costs us a lot. Probably 14-7 if we don't get that inaccurate, I would think. But that's all right. We come back out. We fight through things. We play good defense. Now, the way that I want to play defense on this drive, because of kind of how he played offense, I think I'm going to play a little bit more cover 4 and get a little bit more in that underneath coverage. He really likes to high-low the middle. I watch the run here, but I'm switch sticking to that left side quarter. That's good defense. That's really good defense. All right, we got a 2nd and 10 here. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to leave this as is. Trust that cover 4. Very good play by that outside quarter. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. We've got him in a situation where we could potentially be in a good spot here. I'm going to go Tampa 2 just in this key situation. Now, I remember the play. Actually, I just got a middle third and deep half here. Oh, he threw right at me. I just can't catch it. I'm like standing right there. Oh, man, that was pretty good. All right, so we know that's his money play in these situations. He loves to go to that trail play. Let's see, he is going to go to normal wide close, and we know that has PA snag, so we do have to kind of be aware of that here. But I feel pretty good. I'm going to try to play through that vert hook on the left, I think, is probably the main. Makes the most sense. Good defense. That cover 2. McKinley able to make the play, and that's a picks for the Buffaloes. DJ McKinley on the interception there. Good defense, good balance, fundamental. Let's see, I need to actually check back into the play that I was in previously. We'll see if we can just get some easy yardage here. We're going to check that RPO. If not, we're going to just run the ball. And we're just going to run the ball. He's going to play good defense on that. But gives us the run. Can we juke out of there? That's Caleb Downs, I would assume, with that aftershock. Don't want to cash in that. I feel like the offense has honestly been moving pretty good. I don't want to cash in that double pass too soon here. He's going to go try to get some pressure. Able to hit that drag route again. Williams. Caden Salter playing a good game. Running a lot of man. I really like this little shallow cross combo. We're going to come back on that left side. I do think I need a little extra protection. I got to think he's going to run some pressure here. Oh, man, he just actually hit my guy so bad. I don't know how that's not a PI. He just actually PI'd me into the dirt. Okay, we've got to anticipate man coverage here. So I think my play is going to be middle slant. I think it has to be. Just the way that he's been playing makes the most sense. I have that post. I really want to put a. I'm gonna see if I can motion this back out on a drag. I feel pretty good about that. I don't think he can really hit me anywhere pressure wise. And my quarterback's gonna get out of there. Can we get one block? If we get one block, we're in the end zone. Touchdown. That quarterback for Colorado, boy, that boy can move. That boy can move a little bit in the pocket. 21-14. Buffalo's on top. See if we can make that kick. Mata. Very good. And now the defense has a chance to clamp. The defense has a chance to absolutely clamp down on the Buckeyes. We'll see if we can pull off the upset of the year with the Buffaloes. And Caden Salter making up for that interception. A big scram on a big moment. And I'll tell you what. These Buffaloes are out here just balling. Making it, keeping it simple. Can we get a tackle? Can we get a tackle? We do get a tackle. Very good. All right. So really just want to kind of stay with what I've been doing. Let's make sure our zone. I think we go back to that cover 4. Actually, you know what? Here, I kind of know what he wants to do. He wants to run that RPO. So we are going to go cover 2. And I want to man up. Yeah, I want to man that guy up right there. Just make sure that's taken away. There's that flat. That's crazy. That's how good that RPO is. We did all that to take it away. Still got 3 yards or 7 yards. Loves to go to that RPO. All right, gun wing slot. Probably going to go cover 4 here. Got to watch that run on the left side. Can I pick that? I lurked that. Oh, just slightly above ground, man. If I just get a little bit more underneath that route, that's a pick 6. That's GG's, boys. Yeah, that's cover 4. I'm telling you, man. Cover 4 and cover 2. Those are the 2, man. What I'd love here, though, I don't like. I hate how this is aligning against trips. Like, look at that outside quarter. It's just not in the right spot. All right, good run. A little spread Y flex. I'm going to go cover 2 here on the left, so a little cover 6 type of coverage. Not playing hard flats on that left side. And he threw to the hard flats on the left side. All righty. I think it's time for cover 2 hard flat if he comes out in a passing look. Bunch strong offset. So we know his play out of this is trail. It's just going to come out in this. Okay, so we've got to kind of watch that deep left. He's going to go with a toss. We should be okay against that. What's nice about this defense, it doesn't really give up stuff like that. I just need a middle third on the left. I'm going to go cover 6 here, kind of adjust a little bit out of a cover 6 shell. I'm going to play hard flats. Got to really watch the run here. That's a hard flat. Throw right at it. Doesn't matter. It's good defense. That's all you can ask for. You just play good defense. Sometimes you just got to live with the fact that the team can make some plays. All right, so 3rd and 8. It's a big down. Trying to think what he can go to realistically. It's probably going to be. I don't know what he's going to go to. It's got to be some kind of high-low in the middle. That's why I like cover 2. I'm just going to go with a Tampa 2. But I'm going to do it like this so that I can use her in the middle. I'm going to cover 3 this left side here. Oh, he got it inaccurate. Very good. Almost a pick, too. 4th and 8, exactly what we wanted. We changed up that coverage just at the right time. Give him a little roll coverage. Now we got him in a 4th and 8. And we should be in a good spot here. A pass commit. I think I'm going to switch stick onto that right. Actually, I'm just going to stay down here. There's a cloud flat right there. It's a knockout. Very good. I'll tell you, man, these Colorado boys, man, They're just out here balling, making plays when they need to make plays. And now this is a put away drive. This is where Colorado has to be better. Can you put them away when you got them on the ropes? Gonna hit that bubble, see if we can get out of there. Not able to. Couple quick yards though. This RPO zone stick. I'm gonna try putting the speed out here. I think the speed out could be insane against like man. Little stem down speed out. He almost lurks it. Oh, that was almost really, really bad. He almost lurked six me on that one. Whoa, man, you gotta just count your lucky stars there. Probably gonna be man coverage, I would assume. I'm gonna max pro, and then I want a base pro. Oh no. Oh wait, max pro is base pro. Very nice. All right. So looking for these drags here. Got one, making an accurate throw. We're able to make that accurate throw. He's able to get out of there. Scampers up for a first down. And now this is where you got to be strategic about that clock, man. When you're the Buffaloes, you got the number 3 team in the nation, the defending national champions on the ropes. You've got to trust your ground game. You got to trust your defense, trust your ground game. Even a field goal here puts you in a really good position to win this ball game. And, man, you saw the power of just playing simple defense, bend but don't break, not too complicated, not getting too upset when you don't catch your interceptions. All right, we're going to read this read defender. Keep with the quarterback. We're going to pitch that out. We got the slot wide open. One of the best, most underrated runs in the game is the quarterback slot option from the trips. I need to flip this on him, but we're able to get some good yardage there, bring up a first down. We know he's going to be selling out for the run here. Kind of got him all over the place. I'd love to go to the stick. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I can actually realistically hit this little drag if he does run out there. Not able to do. I hit the drag, but I'm not able to. Okay, that's good to know. That drag does not run very, very fast at all. I do like this RPO zone stick play, though. I'm going to do a... Man, I think a streak right here, right? Got him. Good reads. Man, I'll tell you what, we're just dotting him. We should have ran the ball, but we just dotted him. You know, we're feeling good about this spread RPO. You know, Caden's out here just making plays. This has to be a run here. We just give that to the back. We just let the back. This is what Colorado needs to do, man. They just need to let that back do their work. Go trips offset or trips. Trips offset's going to give me a little better handoff. But we do have a 5 wide receiver QB blast that I love in this situation. Let's see if this QB blast can get us the block we need. Let that clock tick a little bit. Salter. And that's going to take his timeouts. So now we are fully in shoe clock territory. QB blasting away. No way you put this ball in the air, in my opinion. Although it is looking a little free on that right side. We'll take timeout. Not able to get the timeout off. It's actually huge. 3rd and goal. 45 seconds left. To me, you run this ball, you take your 3. You take this all the way down. I think he actually declined it. And we get the touchdown. Salter. He's not able to shoot it with his guy. His guy was right there. It's a huge 7. That's going to seal it. And, boys, the Buffaloes get it done at home against the Buckeyes. Thanks for watching the video. To get any of my full ebooks, they're in our school community. Link is in the description.